You're watching the Varsity Media Sports Network, the home for New York high school sports.
There he goes for Sean Baker. One man to beat. Collier can't get him. Baker gives Victor the lead. The box. Headed by McQuaid, and they score! The Braves get it back. Quick shot, and a score for San Diego. Wide open for Ozzie. He gets it. Touchdown, McQuaid. Punch, counter punch. Out of the shot, and a goal!
Dribble handoff to Shatters. What do you think? Bang, brings heaven. Let's see, they shoot it, score! Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Varsity Media Sports Network. And we are at Pittsford Sutherland High School, Ordway Field, for the Fairport Red Raiders and the Pittsford Panthers. My name is Sam Schreier, joined on commentary tonight by the legendary Carl Falk. And Carl, thanks for being here tonight. Should be a great contest between the Panthers and the Red Raiders.
Yeah, really excited to be here. Always fun to come to Pittsford. This field, you get to overlook the city on a beautiful night like tonight, and these two teams getting after it on a Thursday night, on a beautiful Thursday night. Going to be a good game, Sam.
Should be fun. Varsity action here tonight, and we are getting tuned up for the sectional tournament coming up here, coming up in pretty short order. The AA field, everyone's going to make the tournament as we move forward into the AA bracket. The Panthers currently seated right now in the third position. As we look at the comparisons of both teams, you see Pittsford into the game at 4-2 and Fairport in at 1-5.
Yeah, and the 4-2, I don't want to say it's misleading because you are what your record says you are, but Pittsford got a player back a couple weeks ago, and they are a different ball club now than they were before. Jackson Green, number 4 wide receiver. We're going to see a lot of them tonight. And the effect, it's the old rising tide lifts all boats. Jackson Green has had that effect on this Pittsford team.
By far, and we have some stats about as far as Jackson Green goes, as far as when he played at the beginning of the season to when he played now, between before and after, and there's quite a difference. If you see, the team is almost a different team with him in the lineup.
Yeah, and Caleb Lewis, the quarterback for Pittsford, we're going to talk about a lot. He's a great kid, plays both ways. He'll be all over the field. The effect that Jackson Green's presence has had on Caleb Lewis, there's no mistaking it. He's a different quarterback. It also has given the other weapons there, Sanko and Wilton and LaRocca, guys, again, we're going to talk a lot about tonight. They've all not taken a back seat. They've all become different players because of it. So when the defense focuses on one, everyone else gets a better look.
By far. Carl, Pittsford had won the toss. They defer to the second half, so the Red Raiders are going to go on offense first tonight. So we'll get to see this Fairport offense, who doesn't score very much. They were a pretty young team last year, still pretty young this year, and Pittsford's going to try to exploit that difference. You see Fairport only scoring about 15 points a game, and they've lost the last 3 games of the year.
Yeah, Fairport, well, both teams. We're what, a couple weeks away from sectionals.
Sure,
both teams certainly need this for seeding. Pittsford played a lot of games early on the road, and the last part of their schedule is at home, and here we are tonight. Fairport, they need this badly. You see the record 1-5. They got to get something going. They're young, but anytime Fairport Pittsford get together, you know you're going to have a good one.
Always.
A traditional rivalry. It's going to be a good ball game.
Looking forward to it here. So the Panthers will kick it away to get us started this evening. Back deep for Fairport, Ethan Smith to receive the opening kickoff. And the kick is up, and we are underway. It's fielded at the 5-yard line, returning back to the 10. Crosses the 15 to the 20, running the outside, and finally pushed out of bounds. In there on the stop, looks like number 20, Keelan Bronson. He gets a stop on special teams, and that's where Fairport's going to set up shop, just around the 30-yard line.
Yeah, and good play for both teams. Opening kickoff in high school football, you just want to get your offense in position. You certainly love to have better field position if you're Fairport, but at the same time, you're near the 30-yard line, 26-yard line. That's not a bad starting spot. And, let's see who can win the battle up front, because that's going to be the big thing for Fairport. Can they control the line of scrimmage offensively, get the run game going, and take some pressure off their young quarterback?
Starting under center for the Red Raiders, Gavin Illingsworth. He's under. Receivers to the east side. First pass is up, and it's on the outside, caught at the 30-yard line and stopped right there.
Yeah, Jackson Rucker actually has got the starting quarterback tonight, so a little bit of a switch there.
Yeah, a little change. Sorry about that. Thanks for the catch there.
Yeah, well, that's kind of one of my job is Nathan Rich on the reception. So, again, get that quick pass. You're starting a new quarterback in Jackson Rucker. Get the things settled down. Get that first hit out of the way, that first pass. Like the play selection. Quick call there.
Under center, starting from the 31-yard line. Second down and about 7 yards to go for the Red Raiders. And a flag on the play. You got some motion there.
Yeah. Pre-snap penalties are killers. And young football teams in Fairport, we're going to talk about their youth all night. Fairport has got to stay in front of the chains. It's going to be the key to their success tonight. And, you get a first down pass play for 4 yards. Then, of course, the penalty. Right. So now here you are, 2nd and 12 with a young quarterback and a young line. It's just a tough situation. So
that'll put him back. It'll negate the gain back and take him behind the sticks, and it'll be 2nd down and 11.
Play clock running down here. They got to hurry to get this one off, or there might be another pre-snap penalty. Just get it off.
Hands off. They'll run out the middle, and he's going to break free. Carrying across midfield, down to the 40. Finally pulled down at about the 35-yard line. A big gain for Joseph Gigley.
That's a real positive sign for Fairport, being able to get outside, again, controlling the line of scrimmage. You see the big offensive line of Fairport blocking down and creating space, and then Gigley with the stiff arm. A little bit of a face mask there. Maybe the officials decide to let him play a little bit tonight, but I'm okay with the let him play. Sammy?
Hey, big gain for Fairport. They needed that after getting behind the sticks and trying to sustain a drive in the opening possession.
You mentioned their difficulties in scoring. If you get the opportunity, if you're Fairport, you get the opportunity to get points on this opening possession, it changes your outlook dramatically.
And as we said that, they took a 5-yard loss.
Sure. Again, young teams not being able to avoid those pre-snap penalties.
The starting Pittsford defense.
Name to look at there is Nathan Rohde, number 44. Nathan Rohde will be all over your screen tonight making plays.
There's Gigley running again. He tries to break a tackle, and he's brought down at the 40-yard line. Stop on the play by Cooper Wilton. They'll bring up 2nd down.
Yeah, you look at a couple people. Number 25, Ignat Foreman. Ignat is a heck of a football player. Tyler Shatters, number 10, makes plays all over. And Wilton is another kid who play both ways. He may not touch it too much offensively, but when he does, it's usually a big play. But defensively, he's very solid.
It'll be at the 41-yard line. It'll be 2nd down for the Red Raiders. 2nd down and 7. And back to pass. He throws it, and it off the hands and incomplete. Intended for Robert Cameron. Bring up 3rd down.
Yeah, that's a little bit of a high throw there by Rucker, and it's one of those he'd probably like to have back, but at the same time, I think it's a play that if you ask Cameron, hey, I should have had that. Right. By the way, we were just told Nathan Rohde, number 44, is out tonight. And that is a big loss for this Pittsford defense because he's a kid who plays everywhere and makes plays all over the field. Speaking
to Coach last night, he wasn't quite sure whether he was going to go or not. So that's good to know that there. Just set for Fairport. They're going to get a handoff right there. Going to go back across the 40-yard line. Going to be able to pick up a gain of about 2 yards on the play. So the Red Raiders content to run it on 3rd down. Yeah,
to me that just signifies this is 4-down territory. Yep. And, we're going to gain positive yardage, and it's going to be 4th and short, and 4th, looking at about a 4th and 4, manageable. it'll be interesting to see now, do they trust Rucker to make a play on fourth down, or do they stick to the running game where they've had a little bit of success so far?
Pittsford trying to get off the field on fourth down. We approach 9 minutes opening quarter. Fairport, Pittsford on a warm October night. Thursday night football, right?
It is.
That's it.
We won't complain about the warmth.
Not at all. Not at all. Here's the snap. They hand it off again, and he gets nowhere. So they were going for it on fourth. Tried to outsmart Pittsford there with just a little bit of a run, and only able to get about a yard on the play. And Fairport turns it over on downs.
Yeah, and that's, again, the line of scrimmage is going to decide. It decides every football game. Tonight's going to be no different. And Pittsford coming up big, they give up the big play, but now here they are taking over at their own 39-yard line.
Really not much of anything, and a host of tacklers in on the stop. Looks like the last one was Sanko. Yeah, Sanko, a name we mentioned earlier.
And Nick Sanko's the starting running back. When they run it, they generally will go through him. And Sanko is a kid who can break some plays, but I think they're more of a pass team these days.
Lewis in the gun. They motion out the receiver. Now hand it to the back, up across the 45, out to close to the 45-yard line, and brought down there.
And that's Nick Sanko. And the thing you'll notice about Nick is he's always finishing forward. Always finishing forward. Impact player, you're looking at right there, Jackson Green. This kid, since he's been back, he's a D1 basketball prospect. He's also a very good wide receiver in football. But since he's been back, and I mentioned it in the open, he has changed the outlook for Pittsford's offense, and especially Caleb Lewis.
Lewis again in the gun. Sanko behind him and two receivers on either side. Back to pass. He throws it over the top, and he cuts it. Just like that, we talk about Jackson Green, and he runs it in for the touchdown.
Yeah, that was pretty fortunate timing, and that's what they like to do. You get Jackson Green soloed up on the outside, the offensive line doing their job, a little fake handoff, everyone freezes, and it's just pitch and catch, and a real nice throw by Caleb Lewis to put it out in front of Jackson Green, let him run under it. That was very easy.
And it was easy because we talked just about that as saying that he was the difference maker and how different the team was. They run the one running play and then boom over the top for the touchdown.
Yeah, and if you when we show the replay, you'll see the confidence that Caleb Lewis has. Bad snap there.
Hey, Pittsford going for two, and they'll get backed up as the snap goes over the head and brought down back at about the 15-yard line. So the Panthers will settle for just the 6 points.
I'm actually a little surprised that they went for two there, but they had a good kicking game. But there you see it, the little fake to LaRocca on the outside. You see the one-on-one coverage by Jackson Green, who just runs by the guy and gets, again, you throw it out in front. Caleb Lewis with Jackson Green looks so confident, so comfortable, and again, it's translated throughout the offense for Pittsford because the offensive line now is more confident. It just, again, the rising tide lifting all boats. When Jackson Green came back, everyone seemed to relax, and they've played so much better. And you look at the losses they had, they were losses that they didn't play well against him. They lost to Aquinas, and that's not a huge sin. But if they can finish the season with those two losses, they go into sectional, they're going to be a dangerous team.
Right in the momentum, and you could talk about them in that upper tier of teams. You talk about the Aquinas and the McQuaid who are playing tomorrow. Sure. You talk about them, but you got to put Pittsford right up there with them as well.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Right now, the way they're playing, and again, you look at the way the things have changed as the schedule has gone along. It's a big roster. There's a lot of depth as well.
Panthers to boot it away. It'll be kicked off by Phillip Noyes. He kicks it off. It's returned from the 15-yard line. Tries to cut through the middle and bring it back. Only able to get out to about the 35. Ethan Smith on the return. As we take a look at the sectional seedings and we take a look at the points, and they run this on a power point system, so that Aquinas McQuaid, of course, would change it. Even a victory either way might not flip it. It will depend on towards the end of the season. But you see Pittsford supplanted in the third seed right now.
Yeah, and it's tomorrow night. There's going to be a big game at St. John Fisher that I believe you and Varsity Media will be out at that game as well. Pittsford, McQuaid, and Aquinas going at it, and that's going to be for the number one seed, really.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Now Fairport getting a second chance, their second drive of the game. It's run up the middle and only taken back to about 3 or 4 yards on the play, back to the 35-yard line. So the Red Raiders trying to sustain a drive here on their second possession.
It's real early, and obviously Fairport's still trying to, and both teams, feeling each other out a little bit and figuring out what works. It looks to me that Fairport is going to have a little bit more success when they do spread out. I don't think when they bunch up like they did on that fourth down play, they're going to be able to overpower the Pittsford defensive line.
Now a toss. It's tossed out to Gigley again, and Gigley stopped hard before he's even able to get about 2 yards on the play. He's brought down by Senko, who's all over the field. And again, a big play right there for the Pittsford defense.
Yeah, and Anthony DeMeo was in on that one as well, and that's another name you're probably going to hear us mention a lot. Kid makes plays all over the field. He's a real good player. And that's the thing about this Pittsford team now, too. They've got a bunch of guys who do different things well, and that's all molded into the fact that they become a really good football game as the season's gone along.
From the 36-yard line, third down for the Red Raiders. Now back to pass, throws it, and it's over the head. An intended receiver, will recall that for Eric Biddle, and it's fourth down again for Fairport.
Yeah, not exactly a great possession for the Red Raiders there, and I'm sure they're trying to again find something, but you've got to get Jackson Rucker in a position to succeed in that way. I don't know where that play was supposed to go, but that would have been a very tough. It's a one receiver route.
Sure.
And you're asking him to make that play. I think that's a lot to ask right now.
And almost double coverage there as well. So when he's throwing it, there's two blue jerseys there for it as well. Now a punt, first punt of the game. It's up and it just bounces around. Takes a bounce towards Pittsford, then back towards Fairport again, and then down at the 35, 44-yard line. And the Panthers will, with a 6-0 lead, set up 1st and 10.
Yeah, here you look at the series history and 39 total meetings. I had hair back when they started playing this rivalry. That's how long they've been playing. Current streak, Pittsford's won 13 straight. So the blind people at Fairport are looking at that going, we got to get us one. And the last meeting, it was 2019, a shutout. Actually, the first meeting was a shutout as well, kind of ironic there.
It's amazing you talk about that Pittsford's won 13 straight, because the Red Raiders, at least back in the 90s, they had quite the powerhouse of football team. They won a lot of sectional titles. And
Don Santini.
There, yeah. All right, on the handoff, it's taken by Senko again. He grabs it out to about the 40-yard line, so another nice chunk of yards on first down for the Panthers.
Well, and that's the thing, too. You throw the ball down the field and get a big gain that way, and it's one of those things where you start throwing the ball and everyone starts looking for the pass, and now you hand it off to Nick Senko, and he picks up 5 on first down, and it's a real nice thing.
Second down for the Panthers. Second down and about 6 yards to go. There's the handoff. Crosses the 40-yard line, out across the 45 as Senko takes it across, and another Panther first down.
Here you look at the starting lineups, and Caleb Lewis, the quarterback, I've talked about how he's come along. He's only a junior. There's a lot of improvement there for him. And, of course, we've talked about Jackson Green a lot.
Quick play for the Panthers. They get the screen pass, and they complete it to Jake LaRocca. And LaRocca able to get another Panther first down as he gets out to about the 37-yard line.
Early in the season, Jake LaRocca was playing both ways, but they decided that he was getting a little too tired. They were using him a little bit too much, and he's such a playmaker. They wanted to save him for offense, and you saw a little bit of what he can do right there.
From the 38-yard line, 1st and 10. Quick pass out to the outside, and that one's complete to LaRocca again, and able to pick up about 3 yards on first down.
And this is what you get with Caleb Lewis, and you're starting to see, again, the comfort level that this kid has. And I can't tell you, the game before Jackson Green came back, they played Hilton, and the ball was on the carpet all night. It just was a disastrous game. Nothing went well. The following week, they played Victor, and it's a different Caleb Lewis, and it's been a different Caleb Lewis ever since.
There he is, back to pass again, wide open, falls down at about the 1 yard line, and that's where he's touched down. Look at that. Again, you talk about it, this time using Larocca on this drive, and Caleb Lewis just finds the open man.
Yeah, the pump fake, it just suckered the defense in. Pump fake it short to Jackson Green. Larocca down the sideline. Great pass by Caleb Lewis, and nearly a big touchdown.
Panthers going to try to cap this drive off. They hand it to Senko, and he runs it in for the touchdown. Just like that, the Panthers have put scores up on both drives.
You hear the saying when NFL coaches talk a lot of being multiple. We've got to be multiple, meaning you got to be able to run it, you got to be able to throw it, you got to be able to throw it to more people. You saw the pump fake there to Jackson Green. Even Jackson Green was pointing to Jake Larocca. Throw it to him. He's wide open. Both defenders came in on that pump fake. Great job by Caleb Lewis there.
Panthers going to go for 2 again, get this to a 14-point game. And here's the snap. Senko behind him. Looks to Senko. Play action. Pass into the corner of the end zone. Incomplete. Intended receiver Jackson Green. So both 2-point conversions fail for the Panthers. They run play action there. And there you go. That's the touchdown.
That's a touchdown. What a job by the offensive line. A walk-in for Nick Senko. Should give his might have to buy some milkshakes after the game for that one. But real good coverage, I want to point out, by Robert Cameron on the 2-point conversion with Jackson Green. Doesn't buy the fake, sticks with him, and it would have been a tough completion for Caleb Lewis and Jackson Green. But that's what we talked about before we came on the air, is that this team is different at this point. We've seen it already.
Yeah. As we see the score being 12-0 now, and the Panthers scoring pretty easily on both of their possessions. If you're Fairport, I know it's only you still 5 minutes to go in the first quarter, but I think it's imperative at this point that they sustain a drive right now and try to move the ball pretty well.
Yeah, it's one of those things that this game could go 2 ways right now. And you've got scored on pretty quickly, and you're not having the year that you wanted to have. You're 1-4. What does Fairport do to allow themselves to get back in this game? How do they figure out a way to get back into this football game?
There's the kickoff. Runs deep. It's going to roll and bounce and go out of bounds at the 2-yard line. So the Red Raiders are going to pick up pretty good field position as the kickoff goes out of bounds before it hits the end zone.
Yeah, smart decision by Ethan Smith there to let it roll out of bounds. And, if that was a punt, it would be the greatest punt ever. It goes out of bounds at the 1-yard line. Unfortunately, in high school, the rules are such that if a kickoff does that, it is not a good thing. You end up getting very good starting field position. And the Red Raiders, we talked about it, they need this.
They need it.
They do.
Now, it's not a good thing for the Panthers, but a good thing for the Red Raiders.
Exactly right. Here you're seeing the two teams and the schedule they played. And let's focus on Pittsford and what the Panthers have done. The win over Monroe in overtime, a good opening win. Then Rush. Then they lose the 2, and you see the Aquinas game that I referenced. But then look at the difference the next week. Victor controlled that game from start to finish. Then they played Monroe, 43-14, a big win there. And now this again, remember, Jackson Green came back for that Victor game. So you look at that, and this is a different team. For Fairport, they've struggled. They got a nice win out at Hilton. It was a last-second win in that game. We thought maybe they could build something on there, and then the Victor game the next week, they just weren't able to continue on with that, and they've struggled a little bit after that.
Here's the thing. We talk about that Victor game back in the first part of October, right? So we talk about that Victor game, and the score was 27-7. If you'd have told me that it was 27-7, I wouldn't have told you Pittsford won the game. I was shocked when I heard that originally, and then seeing the difference with Jackson Green, as you can see what that is right there, it definitely makes sense to me at this point.
Yeah, first 4 games, 2 passing touchdowns. Last 2 games, 7 passing touchdowns. Add to that the fact that essentially, there was 1 passing touchdown, but another big play to Larocca that set up the second. So it just shows the effect that his presence has had on Caleb Lewis. And the beneficiaries are not just Jackson Green. We already saw Jake LaRocca get a big play.
There's Gigi running the ball on first down. He's able to carry it across the 40-yard line. So Gigi able to pick up a nice gain, about 5 yards on first down.
Yeah, and I really think this is where Fairport needs to go. They're a run-first team anyway. And when you're starting a new quarterback, you're starting a young quarterback, you want to do everything you can to take the pressure off the kid. Well, here we are, 7 minutes into the ball game. They're down 2 scores. So how do you get him to relax, get that offensive line going, get the running game going, get Gigi? He's had some success so far. Keep feeding him.
Second down and 5. There's another handoff to Gigi. He's stopped right there just after he gets past the line of scrimmage. Brought down by
Cooper Wilton.
Yeah, big play for him right there.
Yeah, Cooper Wilton is a really good defensive player. He'll make plays on offense, but his real value to this team is defensively, and he is a solid tackler.
So the Red Raiders facing another third down. It is third and manageable. About third and a long 2. Let's see what they do here. They have Gigi in the backfield. They are bunched up at the line of scrimmage. There's a fumble on the play. And the Red Raiders are going to be unable to do anything again. They do recover that one. But again, the Panthers are going to stop them here. Let's see what Fairport decides to do here at 4th and short.
Yeah, this play, you see right there, number 82, Scott Thompson. It looked like he almost started too quickly. You wonder if the snap count was off. Rucker came out of there a little quick, wasn't able to handle the snap. And, that's another opportunity at Fairport to keep the Pittsford offense off the field.
And now the Red Raiders will go in punt formation again. Pucci to punt it away for Fairport. Punt is up. Decent punt. Makes a bounce at about the 35-yard line. It'll be down at about the 32 by the Red Raiders. That's where the Panthers will set up shop again with 3:09 to go in the first quarter and a 2-score lead for the Panthers.
Yeah, and if you're Fairport, you got to really be happy with where you are. You've had 2 drives. You've had success with Nick Sanko running the ball. You had the big play to Jackson Green, the big play to Jake LaRocca. You pretty much can go where you want right now. Right. So, you use them, either play action down the field, or you get Nick Sanko going and take some pressure off. And there you see the Caleb Lewis profile. 6'2", 180 pounds. He's a junior. He's got 59% completion percentage, 9 TDs, and 3 interceptions. But remember, it's a different quarterback the last couple games.
Caleb Lewis on the screen. It's caught at the 32-yard line. Now breaking tackles and get it across the across the midfield line as he caught it at the 35-yard line. DeMayo on the reception, and another first down for the Panthers.
Yeah, and he's another weapon for the Panthers. Here you see it. He's got a blocker out in front of him, and a real good job of blocking out there by Cooper Wilton. And DeMayo almost breaks that tackle and gets free down the sideline, but unfortunately this one's coming back.
So flag for holding on the play. That'll bring it back to the about the initial line of scrimmage. So the hold happened downfield. So it'll be first down and 11 for the Panthers. So
yeah, I'm guessing that was a hold on Cooper Wilton. It looked okay to me, but I'm not wearing a striped shirt tonight.
Not tonight. There's a handoff again on first down. Sanko able to pick up about 2 or 3 yards on that play. So the Panthers are going to be set up with the second down and about 9.
Yeah, and again, you're going to see that a lot. When you have the ability to throw the way Pittsford's shown its ability to throw, for them to continue to you got to take advantage of that matchup. So you run it inside with Nick Sanko, and you continue to pound it up in there and get him his touches, take some time off the clock, and do a lot of good things.
Let's see what the Panthers do now. 2nd and 9, 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left, and Sanko in the backfield. Takes the snap, looking to throw, stepping up, feels the pressure, throws it, and it's complete. Another completion to Nicholas Sanko, who ran it out from the backfield and split it all the way out and got out to the 40-yard line on another first down for Pittsford.
I keep talking about Caleb Lewis's comfort level, and you didn't see this earlier in the year, but now look at him stepping up, keeping the eyes downfield. Nice catch by Nick Sanko, but that play was made by Caleb Lewis. That's a heck of a play by the young quarterback.
Takes the snap again. Lewis throws the pass. It's complete. And along the sidelines, caught by Cooper Wilton again, yeah.
And that's, again, another weapon. So think of this drive. Think of what we've seen so far. DeMeo with the catch.
Yep.
Cooper Wilton with the catch. You had Nick Sanko catching it downfield. So you're just seeing the weapons. And, think if you're a scout watching this game, what you've got to prepare for with this team now.
Jackson Green.
Yeah. Jake LaRocca.
Yeah. There's another pass. Down to Cooper Wilton again, and another first down. It's chunk yards on every play for the Pittsford Panthers.
If you're a defensive coordinator, you've got to respect Jackson Green, and with Jake LaRocca on that side too, you've got a shade over there. So Cooper Wilton's over there with one-on-one coverage. Quick pass out, makes the first guy miss, goes down the sideline for big yardage.
Timeout called on the field. Timeout on the field, and we will step aside here for just a moment. You're watching the Panthers and the Red Raiders on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
Again, Coach Wayne has worked with Coach Lean at Brighton. Coach Lean at Brighton worked with us a number of years ago. We are a power run football program, and Coach Wayne's taking the same thing to Fairport. They get downhill. And they do it extremely well. You could put guys in the box, it still doesn't matter. So we're going to have to definitely buckle down. Our guys have to be prepped for that hard-nosed, old-style football. And then flip a switch, they can get the ball in the air. So we have to be prepared for that. And again, I think that's our type of football too. But again, AA football, you're going to the end of the season, guys are banged up, and we're going to play a bang-up football game. So it's not ideal as you start entering that playoff realm.
You hear from Coach Molinich there as he talks about what he's facing, the challenge of the Red Raiders. And now it's 1st and 10 again, and a pass over the middle, and another Panther touchdown. That time, Caleb Lewis finds Jake LaRocca. He goes right to the middle and catches it for another Panther score.
And that's the arm strength of Caleb Lewis. Again, he gets Jake LaRocca one-on-one, and we've already seen LaRocca make a couple plays, gets him one-on-one, and just a rocket shot. I love this throw. You see LaRocca cutting across, Lewis patient, puts a lot of mustard on it, LaRocca hauls it in. That's just a really nice play for the touchdown.
The Panthers with now a 3-score lead. They get it to 18-0. And it looks like they're going to line up to go for 2 again.
It's about the only thing they haven't done well so far tonight. They're 0 for 2 so far when it comes to 2-point conversions.
And the Panthers have a good kicking game, as you said before. So them not having not showing the kicking game so far, I wonder if something's going on with the kicker to be able to kick it extra points.
Earlier in the year, there was a situation where their kicker, who I believe also plays soccer, was at a soccer game and wasn't here until midway through the game. So they had to go for 2. So I don't know if that's the situation tonight or not, but
Lewis is going to run it in, and they'll get a 2-point conversion that time. So on the third try, it's a charm for the Panthers, and now they lead it 20-0 over the Red Raiders. It is total Pittsford domination right now.
Yeah, and here again, you look at this, the fake handoff to Sanko. Look at the protection by the offensive line, and just a gun by Caleb Lewis, and LaRocca with the touchdown. He gets the one he probably should have had on the big play earlier in the game.
20-0, Panthers in the lead. So the Panthers will get it off to the Red Raiders, who are going to need to sustain a drive if they want any hope at this point of holding down. If they want any point of holding down and be able to stay in the game here in the second quarter. So they're going to get this drive here and try to sustain something.
Yeah, as early as it is in this game, we're still in the first quarter. I really think this is danger time for Fairport. If they can't sustain a drive here, this one could be a long night for the Red Raiders. So they really need to get out and get something going.
Pittsford off to kick off. And it looks like there must have been a penalty on the extra point or late in that on the 2 points because they kicked from the 45-yard line. So they'll go for a touchback, and the Red Raiders will get it at the 20. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 20 for Fairport. And the Red Raiders, they had that one there, their opening drive where they were able to get the ball into Pittsford territory and then went for it on 4th down. They ran the ball 2 times, once on 3rd and once on 4th, and they weren't able to do anything. They weren't able to do anything on the other 2 drives at all. So let's see if they're going to come out either trying to run it some more with Gigi or throw it to their receivers. Let's see if they come out in that bunch formation again, and they are in the bunch formation. There's a snap. Hand off to Gigi again, and only able to pick up about 2 yards on the play.
Another really good stop. Robert Foltz in on the play for the Panthers on that one. Again, Nathan Rohde is the most consistent linebacker that Pittsford has. He's not there tonight. He's going to be missed as long as he's not there because he's a kid who makes plays all over the field, plays offense as well. You can hand the ball to him as a fullback, but defensively. But right now, this game is being dominated, both sides of the line of scrimmage, by the Pittsburgh Panthers. Rucker in the gun. Rucker to throw. He throws a screen pass completed on the outside and pulled down by James Cook. And on the stop there for the Panthers, only able to pick up about 2 yards on the play. It's 3rd down. And again, it's 3rd and long, 3rd and 7. And, this is – I don't want to say this is the biggest play of the night, but if Pittsburgh stops him and gets the ball back here, again, there's 34.9 seconds left in the first quarter. You can't go 3 and out and continue to get scored on and go 3 and out. It's just,
especially with the way that the Pittsburgh offense has been doing anything they want to do. Yep. Here we go. Rucker in the gun. Rucker fakes it, throws it, and it's incomplete. He had his man, Eric Biddle, right there, and it just went through his hands and incomplete.
Yeah, again, Cooper Wilton off the edge here. Looked like he was going to jump. You'll see number 1 a little bit quick, but I think he forces the throw to be a little bit high from Rucker. I think he was a little worried about Wilton getting his hand on that and knocking it down.
So the Red Raiders did what they really couldn't do in this situation. They went 3 and out again, and another punt for Fairport. Tyler Pucci to punt it away for the Red Raiders. Punt is up, and there's a fair catch. And just inside the 47-yard line, fair caught by Nick Sanko, and Pittsford will set up shop again near midfield.
Yeah, the offensive line has been really good so far. Gilbert Van Buren, Evan Nesmith, both playing really well. They've been doing, when you don't talk about an offensive lineman, it's usually because they're doing their job. Usually you point out an offensive lineman when they have a penalty or get beat, but obviously tonight that hasn't been a factor for the Panthers.
Panthers looking for their 3rd straight win, and they're in control here in the late of the first quarter. 25 seconds to go. Lewis in the gun, throws a screen pass. It's complete at midfield, brought to the 45-yard line.
And again, Lewis, all the time in the world, and it's interesting because with Green and LaRocca on his left side, Fairport is sliding coverage over there. So there's 3 guys on 2 on the left side. That means 1-on-1 coverage with Wilton on the other side.
And it left it to Naismith to be able to pick up the first down again.
Yeah.
So that's going to take us to the end of the first quarter. It's a domination for the Pittsford Panthers through 1 quarter. After 1, the Pittsford Panthers 20 and the Fairport Red Raiders nothing on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
Over the middle, he's got a man. It's complete. Ciolino. See you later.
Going long.
wide open, Perazi, he gets it, Perazi, foot raise, 10, 5, make it, touchdown, punch, counter punch.
Little trickery, Ryder gets it back, goes over the top for Haberman, what a catch!
Just Ross Simmons strips him, that's loose, and Ross Simmons is going to take this the other direction, make it, touchdown, touchdown East.
Sam Schreier, Carl Falk, back with you on the Varsity Media Sports Network, the Pittsford Panthers and the Fairport Red Raiders, and you see right there a dominating first quarter, Carl, for the Pittsford Panthers.
Yeah, and it's the same line, same setup that we've seen, double coverage up top with Jackson Green, and
from the 45-yard line, Caleb Lewis will keep it himself, and he's pushed out of bounds after a gain of about 5 or 6 yards and another first down for Pittsford.
Yeah, and again, Caleb Lewis didn't have the look he was hoping for, tucks it down and runs. It was one of the few times tonight we've seen him, 2 times I think so far, that Fairport has been able to put any pressure on Caleb Lewis.
So the Panthers able to get it out, another first down out to the 38-yard line. It's 1st and 10, Pittsford. Lewis in the gun.
PR Edwards behind him.
And he gives it right to him. Edwards able to get it across the 30, still on his feet, trying to break a couple tackles there and finally breaking down. And Edwards with a big gain on first down in his first play of the game.
Big Evan Nesmith out in front of him again, number 75, doing the job. That offensive line has been really, really in control of this game so far. And, you know, this is very early second quarter. But if you're Fairport, you've got to get a stop somehow, some way.
They've allowed, and with the offensive line playing that way, it's allowed Lewis to pretty much do whatever he wants.
Yeah.
And get it to his big plays. This time Josiah Joyner gets the handoff. Joyner still on his feet and brought down at about the 25-yard line. So the Panthers rotating in the backs right now, getting some other guys opportunities to play here.
Yeah, and it's smart. You know, you want to get guys an opportunity to play when the game's meaningful, so they can, if they're needed, when injuries happen, and you want a guy that's got a little bit of experience. It's a great opportunity for Keith Malinich, the coach at Pittsburgh, to get guys in there that maybe you wouldn't ordinarily get, but you're building your team here. You're getting experience. It's a real good opportunity for him to do so.
From the 25-yard line, second down and about 7 yards to go. There's a snap and a flag's on the play. So nope. They're going to get a timeout. To get the timeout in, the play clock was running down. It was down to about 1 second, and they got the timeout before the play clock expired. So with 10:17 to go, Panthers on the move again.
And I'm sure, as a coach, some of these little missteps, they're not big missteps, small missteps, coaching points. So far you played a great game. You got to have something to talk about at halftime. You got to be able to go in at halftime and, hey guys, we cannot take a delayed game penalty. We got to be ready. We got to get things going. So, there's coaching points here too. So
you've seen Pittsford play. I know you've seen a lot of teams in the AA bracket.
Yeah.
You're comparing Pittsford to the McQuaids and the Aquinas, and especially with Jackson Green being in the mix now. Where would you say that they would stack up if you're looking at the top teams in the brackets?
Well, I think, honestly, those 3 teams that you mentioned, McQuaid, Aquinas, Pittsford, are the 3 teams that 2 of those 3, I believe, end up playing for the AA championship. And, I think they can all play with each other. It's just a matter of who is going to have the night that night.
Sure. So it's second down and 8 from the 25-yard line. There's the snap. Lewis takes it. There's a handoff. Run by Joyner. He breaks 3 up the middle, and another Panther touchdown. That line doing the job again and allowing the seam for Joyner, who scores for the Panthers.
Yeah, Josiah Joyner the first 7 yards were on the line. He breaks a tackle after that and gets himself into the end zone. Man, this is a clinic by the Pittsford offensive line. Well done up front by the big boys.
The Panthers will attempt now their first extra point attempt of the day, and that one's blocked, and it will be no good. So the Panthers are able to convert on only one 2-point conversion today, and that one gets blocked. Here's that Joyner run for the touchdown.
Yeah, absolutely. And you see out in front of Joyner is number 55, Tyler Overy, getting up through there to the second level. And it wasn't much of a block, but sometimes you don't need a ton. You just get a little chip and run some interference in a back like Josiah Joyner. That's all he needs to take it up inside. So really well done up front, and Pittsford to this point can do whatever they want offensively.
And for that matter, they've been doing whatever they want on defense too, only allowing that one big play for Fairport. And again, when Fairport had their opportunity there, they ran 2 running plays and weren't able to do anything here. So the Red Raiders, I think at this point, you just really want to try to sustain something, pick up a first down and just try to get some confidence and try to move the ball a little bit. And like you said, try to keep that high-octane offense off the field.
Yeah, it's got to be tough on the Fairport sideline right now. You had a couple good plays early on. Give yourself a good drive. You're not able to convert. But since then, it's just been Pittsford any way they want it, pretty much. And if you're Fairport, you got to find a way to slow them down, and the best way to slow them down is get your offense going. See if you can get something going with the running game. They've been inconsistent so far with it. See if they can get things going here.
Kickoff's going to go out of bounds again at about the 12-yard line, and again, the Red Raiders are going to get good field position. So special teams-wise, kicking-wise, has been the only lapse in the Pittsburgh game plan today so far.
Yeah, and again, there's 3 parts to every team: offense, defense, special teams. And I'm sure Keith Malinich, even though he's comfortably in front with 26-0 lead, I'm sure he's looking at his special teams thinking we got to be better. We got to work on that this week.
So the Red Raiders will have it 1st and 10 from the 35-yard line. And we'll see what Fairport tries to do now. They run 2 receivers to the right this time. And double back set for Fairport. And they give off the handoff to Ethan Smith. And he loses the football. But was he whistled down beforehand? I believe so. So he's down on the play. So a gain for Smith of about 2 yards. 3 yards on the play, 2nd down and 7.
Yeah, it was interesting on that play. Fairport had 2 wide receivers at the top of the screen, only 1 defender over there. And I'm thinking, you've got a young quarterback. Let's see if you can get some easy yardage. Throw a little wide receiver screen out there, see if one blocker or one guy, maybe you can get something going on.
This time they give it to Gigi, and Gigi's able to get through the initial line of scrimmage and then driven all the way back. So Gigi only able to pick up about a yard on the play. And the Panthers get another stop here. It's 3rd down.
Yeah, I really like the way Gigi hits the hole at full speed, though. He's got a lot going for him. There hasn't been a ton of space for him to maneuver up in there. Pittsford's defensive line clogging things up in a nice way. Number 45, Jalen Wims, has been doing a great job. And the guy we've mentioned a few times, Benjamin Reefstick, number 59, doing his job well tonight also.
3rd down and 5. There's a pass. It's complete. And a big play here for the Red Raiders. They get it across the 40 to the 30 and finally pulled down as they're able to complete the pass on 1st down to Eric Biddle. That's the same play they ran last time. It just went through Biddle's hands, and this time it results in a big play for the Red Raiders.
Yeah, and that's, I believe, the first down after that big run early in the game that Fairport has had. Here you see a real good quick release. A little bit high again, but Biddle able to come down with it, and then it's a foot race and a very positive yardage. But Sammy, unfortunately, there's a flag on the play bringing it back.
So I still believe they're going to get this 1st down, though. Let's see if this was after the play or what it was. Yep, it'll drive it back, and no. So they've negated the first. They've negated it. Looks like it's not going to be a first down for Fairport. I'm not quite sure what the flag was, Carl, to be honest with you. But looks like it's going to still be third down, and it's going to take it back. So probably a hold down the field.
Well,
and negated the big play for Fairport.
It's looking like it's a 5-yard penalty, so I'm wondering if it was an illegal formation or something. Yeah, we didn't see the flag, so.
Well, the big play for Fairport is negated, and it's taken back, so it'll be third down and 9. So Fairport was able to finally do something positive on the play, and it got taken back.
Yeah, a little choppy here with a timeout for Fairport.
We're going to take a look right now at the keys, strengths of the Pittsford offense.
Pretty balanced, Depending on the game, we kind of switch up, like what's working. If they have a weaker D-line, and we can run the ball more, attack the air more if we need to. But basically, whatever the game really asks for, we can do that, I feel like.
I think preparation, and I think the vast number of kids we have on the field. We have a 53-man roster, and about 40 of them find time on the field someplace. That's definitely helping us reduce our injuries. It's helping us in game situations where kids are not getting tired.
We have so many studs on both sides of the ball and on special teams, and every guy on this team is able to make plays.
We can run the ball and we can pass it. With Jackson back and Caleb, an amazing quarterback, our pass game is really strong, and our defense, as long as we do our jobs, no one can stop.
Welcome back to Ordway Field. As you took a look at Coach Molinich, and you heard from them about what makes them tough, and it's all the weapons that the Panthers have on offense for sure. It's driven back the Red Raiders to a third down and 9, and now back to pass again, throws it long. He's got a man, and it's caught. What a play right there on third down and 9, over the top, complete to Ethan Smith. And the Red Raiders are going to pick up a first down, and no flag this time, Carl. First and 10 for the Red Raiders.
Boy, there was a lot of hang time on that football. You'll see it here. Trips to the left. You've got 2 guys over there defensively. 3 is better than 2 if you're offense. And right in the middle of that is Ethan Smith. He calls it in and drags some guys with him, and Fairport in very good position to get on the scoreboard here.
Be first and 10 from the 24-yard line. So 2 big plays in a row, 1 negated by the penalty, and now this pass gets them the first down deep in Pittsford territory. See what they do. They got Gigi in the backfield. They fake it to him, and now throw on the outside, and that one is complete to Biddle. Takes it across the 20. He's brought down on the play by Rex Edlin.
Yeah, Anthony DeMeo out there as well. Biddle just runs a little hook pattern, and for Rucker, fakes the handoff, comes up throwing, and it looks like, since the big play that was called back even, looks a little bit more confident in his delivery. So let's see if Fairport can get something, continue this drive and get something on the board here.
Back for looks like this time they're going to have Gigi take it himself, and Gigi gets on the run. He's trying to break a few tackles, still on his feet, and he's able to pick up about 3 or 4 yards on the play. Stopped by DeMeo, too.
Yeah, DeMeo. We're going to say his name a lot tonight. He's a heck of a player. A little bit of a wildcat formation there, and Rucker was on the sideline, and Gigi takes it himself. But the thing that's nice for Fairport, third down, 2. Manageable. And certainly this is 2-down territory. So I would expect Gigi to get it here again.
Third down and 1. This time, a motion out of it. They give it to Gigi. Slips on the play. And there was their opportunity to pick up a first down. If he hadn't slipped, he probably would have broken free for a first down. He falls down just behind the line of scrimmage, and they lost a yard on the play.
Yeah, there was some room to maneuver between the tackles there, and I'm pretty confident if Gigi doesn't slip, he is picking up that first down. But fourth down comes up, and it's still manageable. It's fourth and about 4.5, so they've got an opportunity, but this is must-make time for the Red Raiders.
See what they try to do against that big defensive line for the Panthers. There's a snap. Runs the bootleg on the outside. He's going to keep it himself. Tries to get across. He does. It looks like he's going to get very close to a first down and possibly past the line. He is past it and a first down. So he calls his own number as he rolls out to the left side and picks up a first down for the Red Raiders. Jackson Rucker on a first down for Fairport.
Yeah, good job by Rucker. Good fake there. He had Tyler Shatters buy into the fake, but to Shatters' credit, comes back and almost prevents the first down. So a positive play, and here we go, first and goal for the Red Raiders, trying to get back in this football game.
First down for Fairport. Under center, they run Rucker again. There's a snap. Give it to Gigi, tries to break free. He does break one tackle there and out to very close. It looks like the ball was spotted just outside the 10 the last time, so an 8-yard gain there. It's going to be an opportunity for Fairport to get a first down. Second down and 2 for Fairport.
Positive yardage again in the offensive line for Fairport, starting to create some openings.
Here we go. There's a snap again given to Gigi. He's stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Big stop for Senko right at the line of scrimmage. Also in on the stop, Tyler Shatter. So 2 big men right there, able to bring him back and not able to gain anything, maybe a half a yard. So it's third down and 1 as the Red Raiders will look to get in position to get on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and that's a real good job by Nick Senko coming up from his safety position to make a fill on down on the goal line. Again, we can't underestimate the importance of this play for Fairport.
On third down, they hand it off and is able to get to the goal line and in for the touchdown. Gigi scores for the Red Raiders and Fairport's on the board. Either way, it would have been a first down or that touchdown, and he's able to get across the line and score for Fairport. Big points for Fairport right there.
Yeah, huge, and a good job by Gigi to run through the tackle of Ignat Foreman. Ignat makes the play, just a little bit better play by Gigi to get in the end zone.
Red Raiders will attempt the point after. It'll be Pucci to kick it. Snap, kick is up. Kick is on its way, and it's good. So the Red Raiders convert on special teams, and they're able to get it to 26-7. So able to get it back down to a 3-score game now.
Here you see the touchdown play and the handoff. Good job getting in underneath by Foreman, but Gigi, who gets his legs cut, turtles over pretty much and gets into the end zone for the touchdown and puts Fairport on the board and brings them, again, we talked about the psyche, right? Here we are, there's 4 minutes left in the first half, 4:21. If you're Fairport, all right, let's regroup. Let's get a stop now. Let's try and put something else on the board and see if we can make this a game in the second half.
Try to win the quarter is what the goal would be at this point. And it's a sustained drive for the Red Raiders there, and what they needed to do in that situation, and finally keep the Pittsford offense off the field for a considerable amount of time, as there's only 4:21 to go in the half.
Yeah, they did their job. The offensive line finally got some openings. Gigi made some plays, and the big pass, obviously, from Rucker was, that changed that drive. That you had the penalty the play before. You said it right. This time, no penalty, and they get that big play.
So the Panthers' offense will take over again. It'll be Fairport to kick it away. Down 26-7 in 4 minutes to go in the second quarter. Kickoff is up, and it's fielded at about the 4-yard line and bobbled, and now on the return, tries to cut to the outside. Stopped at about the 18-yard line on a host of Red Raider tacklers.
LaRocca not able to field it cleanly, and by the time he picks it up, Fairport's on him, and not the greatest starting field position. And again, a positive play by the Red Raiders defensively, and it looks like the referees might be moving this spot a little bit. No, I guess not.
So we'll be at about the 21-yard line. Looks like, just outside the 20-yard line.
No, they are
right,
moving.
Carl. They are moving it back. Yeah.
Yeah. Here's a little tip, Sammy. When you see referees talking together, something that somebody's not going to like is going to happen.
That's right.
You know,
That's right.
I don't want to tell you how I know that, but just trust me on this one. If you see referees gathering up, one side or the other is probably not going to like what comes out of it.
So Panthers will start at the 9-yard line, and they'll hand it off on first down. It's handed off to Sanko, so they go back to Sanko. After the Red Raiders score, they get their first team back in there, and Sanko picks up a sizable gain on first down.
Yeah, and what I always talk about this with Nick Sanko and all the games I've done for Pittsburgh. He always finishes forward, and you saw it there. Gets tripped up, but again, by finishing forward, gains an extra 1.5 yards, and it's always good to see a back who can do that for you.
2nd down and 5. Caleb Smith back to pass, and he's brought down on the play. Big stop right there for the Red Raiders.
Yeah, Caleb Lewis wanted to go downfield to Jackson Green, but Jackson Green was blanketed inside and out by the Fairport defenders. He had 2 guys on him. So because of that, Lewis has to pull it down, doesn't have a ton of room to step up into the pocket. I think he actually gained a yard. I don't think that was a sack. I think it was a positive running yard for Caleb Lewis, but again, good job by the Red Raiders taking away Jackson Green on that play.
John Myers on the stop for Fairport right there, number 50. So it's 3rd down and 4. There's a reverse on the play. It's handed off to Jake LaRocca. He takes it and he goes nowhere. And the Red Raiders defense is going to force a Panther punt.
Yeah, good job by Fairport. Interesting play call there for the Panthers. They had their center, number 73, Nathan Cole, pulling out there. They had another offensive lineman in front of him, Gilbert Van Buren, but unfortunately there was too many Fairport defenders on that side. Good job staying disciplined. LaRocca really nowhere to go with it, and because of that, you get no gain on the play.
So first punt of the game for the Panthers. Back to punt at number 64. That's Samuel Higgins. I'm sorry, number 84. Sorry about that. Philip Noyes, his first punt of the game. It bounces around at about the 45-yard line and rolls out of bounds. So the Red Raiders, after getting that score and getting that stop, are going to have pretty good field position. With 2 minutes to go, going to look to try to get this to a 2-score game.
Yeah, and if they can do that, it's a different game coming out of the halftime. And you know, you look at, let's look at Fairport's record, what they've done. They lose by to Rush Henrietta and Aquinas by fairly significant margins. The Hilton game, a last-second win. They aren't able to get over on Victor, and then McQuaid kind of had their way. But the rematch against Rush Henrietta, a much different story. So, you know, if you're Fairport, you got to be thinking there's progress.
There's a handoff on first down. He tried to break free on the initial stop right there. But Shatters didn't be able to stop him on that play, and no gain really for the Red Raiders there. Ethan Smith on first down.
Boy, that was a really good play by Shatters. That was very well done, because if he doesn't make that play, there might be some real positive yardage for the Red Raiders.
Well, I thought he was going to be able to cut up field on that one, and really he got in at the last second there and able to stop that one. So only a gain of about a half a yard to a yard on that play. So they'll run from the gun here. 1:26 to go. Here's the pass, and it's dropped again. He had his man available to him in Robert Cameron, but it just went through his hands and incomplete.
Yeah, and a good job by Rucker. You see the fake on the jet sweep. He fakes the handoff, turns, quick release, hits, unfortunately, Cameron right in the hands. And I think what he's trying to do is spin back out to the sideline and maybe have a big play. And there was an opportunity there for a big play.
Got to look to catch the ball and then turn away. And you're right. I think he kind of took his eyes off it for a second, and it cost him. So 3rd down for the Red Raiders. Back to pass. And it is complete at the sticks. No, incomplete. Incomplete. Lost at the last second. Intended receiver was number 82 for Fairport. Was Scott Thompson. Incomplete to the tight end. And it's 4th down for Fairport at the 44.
Yeah, another good throw by Rutgers. And, you know, that's 2 plays in a row. He puts it right where it's got to be for his receiver to make a play for him. And neither guy is able to do so. And unfortunately, Fairport now has to punt. And, you know, with a minute 19 left in the first half, you got to think if you're Pittsford, hey, let's get that score back that we gave up.
And they had great field position there. They weren't able to do anything with that field position, so they had that drive and the stop, and they're able to make Pittsford start now at the 21-yard line, but it was an opportunity there as you look at Pittsford Athletic Director Scott Barker on the sidelines.
Yeah, he's got to be happy with what he's seen so far tonight. His Panthers playing well. He's got a nice crowd at this beautiful facility.
Scott Barker used to coach the Pittsburgh Panthers for a long time. He was the head coach of the Pittsburgh Panthers for several years.
Yeah, so he knows what he's looking at.
Yes, sir. I played against them back in the day. I was on the team.
That was back when they wore leather helmets. Right?
Yes,
that was back then.
Right,
yeah. No face masks, which explains a few things to our listeners.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
I understand. I think I played then too.
1st and 10 from the 21-yard line. Thanks, Carl.
Yeah, no problem.
1st and 10 from the 21. Panthers are starting off. There's a run on 1st down.
And you wonder, Keith Malinich, you've had such a good first half. I mentioned getting that score back. With that play call, with the handoff to Nick Senko, he might be just thinking, you know what? Let's be conservative. We pick up a few yards, maybe we throw it, but let's keep that clock running and not make a mistake.
Lewis to pass. He throws it. It is complete. Big
Jackson Green
right there. That's right. Big play to Green, and they pick up the 1st down. And now after that 1st down, and they change things here for Pittsburgh. They're hurrying up to the line. So let's see what happens.
And that was the first catch for Jackson Green after the big play early on in the game. Fairport been double teaming him all night.
There's a snap. Lewis to pass. Feeling the pressure. Now he rolls to his right, and it's complete to Cooper Wilton at the 45-yard line, and another Panther 1st down. So 2 in a row. And now with 26 seconds to go, the Panthers are on the move. So definitely not trying to just take it to the half. They're trying to get some points here at the 46-yard line.
And a good job by Caleb Lewis there, feeling the pressure from behind and rolling out.
Lewis throws. It's complete along the sidelines again to Wilton. He gets out of bounds with 18 seconds to go, and another Panther 1st down.
Yeah, Cooper Wilton is the kid that, we always talk about Nick Senko running the ball, Jackson Green catching it, even Jake LaRocca catching it. Cooper Wilton is an X factor. He plays great on the defensive side of the ball, but offensively, he's very capable of making plays.
They run 2 receivers to both sides as it was 2nd and 1 and a flag on the play. And the Panthers are going to be for a false start. So that'll bring the Panthers back to the 49-yard line.
Yeah, I think Samuel Higgins may have made a mistake there, the center, who's done such a good job all night. Unfortunately, we mentioned his name when he didn't have the best of plays.
Lewis back to pass. He feels the pressure. Now he runs with it, takes it across midfield, and now out of bounds, and it's down to 11 seconds to go. So Lewis is able to get out of bounds there.
That's a huge play by Caleb Lewis because it stops the clock and allows Pittsford to set up a play. They still have their timeout left. They could throw it deep down the middle, and potential field goal or a shot to the end zone, but just the work he did to get out of bounds. Excellent job by Caleb Lewis.
It's the last opportunity. Well, it's 11 seconds to go, so maybe a chance for 2 plays. On 3rd down, Lewis back to pass, feels the pressure, steps up, he gets the pass off. It is complete along the sidelines, and now down the sidelines, Nicholas Senko, and he's finally pushed out of bounds as inside the 10-yard line. A huge gain for the Panthers, and it leaves them with 1.5 seconds to go.
Yeah, again, a really good job by Caleb Lewis to sidestep the blitz. He keeps his eyes downfield, gets it to Senko. Senko able to make a guy miss there down the sideline, out of bounds with 1.5 seconds left. And the Panthers are going to have an opportunity now for a field goal.
And a timeout. Timeout on the field with 1.5 seconds to go. And Carl, what it looked like the Panthers were just content on going to the locker room with this 26-7 lead. They completed 2 passes, and it set them up to move the ball down the field and get in position to put points on the board.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Again, this team, which kind of seemed to back off a little bit, they give up a score, and then it's pedal to the metal again, and here they are in position. And, the one thing they haven't done well is their special team. So, get a field goal. This will be about a 27-yard field goal, very makeable. Can they get this done? And Fairport blocked one earlier. you never know. You get a block. If you're Fairport, let's try to make a play and get down the sideline. And, we've seen stranger things happen.
So the Panthers with that 26-7 lead, and besides a Fairport drive where they were able to cap it off with that touchdown, the Panthers have played real well on both sides of the ball. So we're going to see the field goal attempt for the Panthers. Noise. This kick is up, and it is good at the horn. The Panthers add on to their lead, so they are able to cap it off with that field goal.
It's an impressive end to the first half, and the snap, perfect. The hold by Caleb Lewis, again, keep mentioning his name, perfect, and the kick is true. So a very good half concluded with an excellent 2-minute drive by the Panthers.
29-7 lead for the Pittsford Panthers over the Fairport Red Raiders at halftime. We'll be back for the second half coming up on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
You're watching the Varsity Media Sports Network, the home for New York high school sports.
Over the middle, he's got a man. It's complete. Ciolino. See you later.
Going long, wide open, Perazzi, he gets it, Perazzi, foot raise, 10, 5, make it, touchdown, punch, counter punch.
The Frickery Ryder gets it back, goes over the top for Haberman. What a catch!
Just Ross Simmons strips him, that's loose, and Ross Simmons is going to take this the other direction. Make it, touchdown, touchdown East.
Sails to Johnson. Johnson from right to left, cross field. Long strides. This is a fast kid. He's got some space, and he's going to go all the way. There do not appear to be any flags on the field. Touchdown, Monroe. If you get the ball in this kid's hands and give him a little room, he can do just what you just saw. Jaden Johnson brings it to the house. Hill, handoff inside, left then right, trying to get around the outside. Here comes Mathis. Mathis looking to turn the corner, and he does. He's got some speed. He's trying to run away from everybody. Late tackle doesn't find the mark. Mathis is going to go all the way for a Monroe touchdown.
Now is the time to showcase your skills for the next level. College recruiting videos help your athlete land a spot on the team and can save money on college tuition. Consider a professional video produced by Varsity Media. Our quality film and state-of-the-art editing will help your athlete stand out from the competition. We offer affordable rates and a quick turnaround. Contact Varsity Media today and book a college recruiting video. 516-403-2050 or online at varsitymedia.net.
A picturesque fall evening here in Pittsford, New York. The leaves are starting to turn. The weather is perfect. Noah Hill drops back from Monroe. Pressure coming over the middle. Ball is picked off. Picked off by the Panthers. Now brought back. Rumbling toward the goal line and in for the touchdown. Nick Sanko. Lewis takes the handoff. Fires right. Got his man. And walking into the end zone for the touchdown, Jackson Green. Lewis looking over the middle, finds his man, touchdown Pittsford. Lewis on a strike to Green once again. Lewis takes the handoff, drops back, fires over the middle, deep downfield, got his man Green. And Green is going to go in for the touchdown. Back, fires over the middle, has his man inside to the end zone, touchdown. Number 1, Cooper Wilton on the reception. Your final from Pittsford. Beautiful Ordway Field here on homecoming night for the Pittsburgh Panthers. They defeat the Monroe Red Jackets 43-14.
Are you settling for a boring live stream? Can't see the players' uniforms? No audio? Camera not following the action? Consider a live stream broadcast with Varsity Media. Our announcers help tell the story of your game.
Goes McCarthy. He's got. Oh, he's in. Touchdown, Farmingdale.
We feature multiple camera angles, guaranteed to capture all the action.
Touchdown, Oceanside.
Plus added features like graphics, instant replay.
Yeah, the shooters are going to shoot here at Bethpage, and one of many threes on the day.
Interviews and more. It's your time to shine. And with Varsity Media, now you can. Contact us today and book a live stream broadcast with Varsity Media. Online at varsitymedia.net or by phone 516-403-2050. As the season winds down, don't let the memories of an unusual season fade. Let Varsity Media relive the season filled with great plays, exhilaration, and joy with a highlight video. For the athletes going to college, Varsity Media's recruiting videos have been the engine that drives the application to the coach. Our history has shown a varsity media recruiting video has saved parents hundreds of thousands of dollars. For the athletes not yet ready for college, a varsity media highlight video will be remembered forever, and the highlights will be there for life. An end-of-season team highlight video will capture a successful season filled with hard work, unpredictability, a testament to the administration and athletes. Call Varsity Media today to start creating a video filled with highlights from a very unusual season. Highlights that will forever be watched. Contact us at 516-403-2050. You're watching the Varsity Media Sports Network, the home for New York high school sports.
Baker, one man to feed. Collier can't get him. Baker gives Victor the lead.
Headed by McCoy, and in they score.
The Braves get it back. Quick shot and a score for San Diego. High up is Ferrazzi. He gets it. Touchdown, McQuaid. Punch, power punch. On the shot and a goal.
Dribble handoff to Shatters. What do you think? Bang, Braves have it. Let's see, they shoot it. Score! Welcome back to the Varsity Media Sports Network. Sam Schreier, Carl Falk with you on this Thursday night. As the Pittsford Panthers lead the Fairport Red Raiders 29-7. So, Carl, we look at the first half, and the Panthers pretty much outplayed the Red Raiders for a vast majority of the half, huh?
Yeah, and by vast majority, I'm pretty sure you mean the entire first half. There was a real nice drive sprinkled in there by the Red Raiders, but this was one that started well for Pittsford. As soon as they got a stop on fourth down, they took over. And when I say took over, I mean it. A couple plays later, Jackson Green is in the end zone, and from there, things just seem to snowball in a good way for the Panthers and a bad way for the Red Raiders.
So I think the key here for Fairport, which, by the way, they're going to be on defense first. The Panthers are going to get the ball first to start the second half. Key for Fairport's going to be they're going to have to get this stop right away on the Panthers to try to keep themselves in it. And the thing was that at 26-7, Fairport, after scoring the touchdown, got a 3-and-out for Pittsford, forced the punt, got the ball at the 45-yard line, and had a chance to pick up a first down. And they two chances actually to pick up first downs, 2 drops on that play, and Pittsford, when it looked like they were just trying to run out the clock, was able to get the ball down and score those points at the end.
Yeah, and I think it was a very demoralizing situation for the Red Raiders. The fact that you get a touchdown and you're starting to feel a little bit better for your team, and your young quarterback Jackson Rucker is starting to feel better. He throws 2 throws that are, as a coach, exactly what you want. Unfortunately, he's got drops and he's not able to get it done. So tough situation with that.
Well, let's see what the only negative in the Pittsford game so far has been special teams. They've had 2 kickoffs go out of bounds that set up Fairport with pretty good field position in the game, and then they missed 2 2-point conversions and they're unable to get those points on the board. So if there was a kink in the armor for the Pittsford Panthers, it would be that special teams play here.
But the special teams at the end of the half, they kicked the field goal,
exactly.
So they kind of redeemed themselves a little bit. So it was a very positive half. Both sides of the line of scrimmage. I thought Pittsford won those battles, and worked out well for them.
So Fairport going to look to get a stop here as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what Pittsford does as far as players that are going to play. They were able to put in some other guys towards the end of the half, and then on that last drive, they put all the starters back in again, and they were able to negotiate those points there as soon as Fairport gained a little bit of momentum there. So we'll see what Pittsford looks to do. They may want to get out and start with their main guys just to give a little bit of a feel here in the second half.
Yeah, and again, the fact that Pittsford gets the ball first to start the half, I think this has got to be one where Keith Malinich, the head coach for the Panthers, has got to be thinking to himself, okay, let's get right back on the horse. Let's get our guys involved, feeling good, and let's put this thing away early in the third quarter.
Here's the kickoff. Taken at about the 10-yard line. Going to get a nice return here as it's taken back by Wilton. Back out to the 30-yard line, so a 20-yard return. The Panthers lost the ball on the play, but I think they were able to recover that one.
Yeah, ball loose, but it looks like, at least based on the players, and the players are always right, correct?
That's right.
They're always right.
Always.
Yeah, they're confident that Pittsford's going to keep it, and now the white hat, Mr. Referee, tells us that Pittsford is going to keep the ball. Here's the replay. Nick Senko on the return. He sticks his head in there, and that ball does squirt out for sure. And I don't know if he was down or not, but it was pretty close. I'm sure if this was a Sunday football game, we'd be looking at replays for the next 10 minutes and waiting for a decision that half of the people listening wouldn't like. So I'm in favor of no replay, by the way, Sam. If you want my opinion, and even if you don't, I'm going to give it to you.
Right. No replay in any sport.
In any sport. Just make the call, move on with the game. Good calls, bad calls, they both happen. Just continue to play the game.
From the 29-yard line, it's 1st and 10 as Jake LaRocca takes it on first down. He gets out to about the 35-yard line, and a gain of 6 on first down for Pittsford.
Yeah, a nice little jet sweep action there for the Panthers, and Jake LaRocca, the speedster, gets it, picks up 5. Very positive way to start this second half for the Panthers. Let's see if Jackson Green's number gets called. And again, it looks like Fairport is shading somebody over to his side, but I think if he goes deep, he's going to have most likely one-on-one coverage.
2nd down and 5. Fakes on the pump fake. Now rolls out. He's feeling the pressure. Trying to get around. He is able to. It goes to the other side, and he's going to get a first down on this one. Look at this. So after feeling the pressure, he's able to get it across the 40-yard line of the 45 and pick up a first down.
Yeah, and I got to point out Nick Sanko because he never quit on his quarterback. You see him there staying in to help. You see Lewis come to the side. Sanko doesn't give up, runs over, gets a key block here where Lewis is going to be able to turn it up inside. Right there, Nick Sanko provides a block. Then Lewis does some of his own work, getting around defender and picks up the first down. Well done by the backfield of the Panthers.
There's LaRocca. He gets it to handoff to Sanko, and he's able to pick up about 3 yards on first down.
Yeah, and again, another positive play and another good job by the offensive line. Here's where Pittsford, they'd love nothing more to keep that clock running, stay ahead of the chains, grind it out, and get some points out of this one.
So they'll have a 2nd down and about 6 yards to go from just outside midfield, the 49-yard line. We're just underway in the 3rd quarter, 10 minutes to play. The Panthers with the 29-7 lead. There's a snap. He fakes the handoff again, and he's able to get the pass complete at the sticks. That one complete to Jake LaRocca. And a first down for the Panthers.
Yeah, and again, another positive play, a safe play, a smart play. Caleb Lewis, his completion percentage tonight is excellent. He has just been on target, and the weapons making plays. LaRocca went down and got that one for him.
1st and 10 for Pittsford, 45-yard line of the Red Raiders. The Panthers on the move. Gets the handoff, and he tries to slip a tackle, try to make a move, and he's brought down at the 40-yard line. That run for Kiara Edwards.
And here's where Keith Malinich putting a few guys in and giving some tackles, giving Nick Sanko a little bit of a blow, and Edwards comes in and makes a guy miss in between the tackles and picks up 5 on first down.
LaRocca in the gun, Sanko to the left. They fake it to Sanko. Now a pass complete to Jackson Green. Only his 2nd reception since that big one. And he's able to break a bunch of tackles, and he gets it out to the 20-yard line. Big game for Jackson Green.
Yeah, and a good job being patient by Caleb Lewis. And, you know, as much as we're talking about Caleb Lewis and Jackson Green, look at the pocket, the offensive line, the big boys doing their job up in front. And really nice pass delivered on time, on target. So when Jackson Green gets it, even though there's 3 guys in front of him, he's got an opportunity to do something with it.
At the 21-yard line, it's 1st and 10 again for the Panthers. Here's the snap. LaRocca to throw, and he throws it incomplete to Cooper Wilton. Just missed him right there. And
yeah, a little bit behind him, and I think Wilton's thinking, I should have probably come down with that. Cooper Wilton's played a nice game tonight on both sides of the ball, but that one a little bit high, a little bit behind him. I think if you talk to Cooper Wilton, you'd be like, probably should have had that one.
2nd and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Single coverage up top with LaRocca.
Here's the snap. On the handoff, he give it right up the middle, and he's right back in there again. Nick Sanko drives through that big line, and Sanko able to move the sticks again. It's another first down.
Big number 75, Evan Neesmith. What a job he did there. He got the initial block on the side and then continued just to lead Sanko. Really well done by Neesmith, number 75. That's a big, I won't say boy, that's a big young man. He brings a lot to the table. You look at him over there on the right side. I'd keep running behind him if I'm Pittsford.
Just a methodical drive right here for the Panthers. And they throw this one, and it's a nice little crossing route right there as they complete it to Brennan Smith. And he faked 2 men out there, and Brennan Smith able to get close to the sticks on that play.
Yeah, Brennan Smith, the tight end, doesn't get a ton of action, and with all the other skill position players, of course, his job is to help out in that offensive line and block, and he does a great job of it. But there, you give him a little something, dragging a defender with him, almost getting in the end zone.
He's 2nd down and 1. The Panthers are going to be able to pick up a first down before they get to the end zone.
Now, I got to think this is run the ball behind big number 75.
And they give it to the fullback right up the middle and right into the end zone. So a play to the fullback right there, and he's able to get in for the score.
I was thinking behind big number 75, Nesmith. No, that's Hagan, 64 to center, who did the job there. Excellent job up front and a nice touchdown. And good to see some other guys get an opportunity. Jack Armanini, Jack Armanini with the touchdown. Yeah.
Faked us both out on that one as they were able to get it right there to that fullback for the score. And the extra point is up, and the extra point is good. And just like that, Panthers have a 36-7 lead.
And I don't know how that extra point was not blocked. Look at the job by the offensive line, just pushing people into the end zone, and Armanini just following in behind him. Well done. And Pittsford, like we said, coming out, sticking with the game plan to run the football, make plays on the outside, and they've got a commanding lead with 7:23 left in the third quarter.
So the Red Raiders are going to be on offense now for their first series of the second half. On the last one, they had the ball. They weren't able to do anything late, and the Panthers have put up 10 points in about 6 minutes here. Well, let's see what Pittsford's able to do now. Last 2 kickoffs for the Panthers have gone out of bounds and have given the Red Raiders some pretty good field position. Panthers will kick from their 40-yard line. They stay methodical drive, run, pass, then a run to the fullback to cap it off. Be 6-7. Here's the kick. It's up. This one will go down the middle, and this one will have a chance to get a return. They'll run it across the 20, out to the 25, to the 30, the 35, down the left side, close to midfield, and a solid return for the Red Raiders. On that one, taken back by Aiden Arena, and he's able to get it out close to midfield for Fairport.
Yeah, very patient run by Arena here. He does a great job of letting his blockers get in front of him, and Fairport starting in great field position. Look at Keith Malinich bio, 15th season as the head coach of the Panthers, 63% winning percentage, took over in 2007. Best season was 2011. He had the 8th-ranked team in the state, and he was a 2012 Division I Coach of the Year, all-time leader in wins for Pittsford.
Keith Molinich on first down. The Red Raiders on the run. It's taken by GG. He's able to pick up a couple yards on the play. Shot down by Nick Sanko. It's 2nd down and 8. Ball's at the 47-yard line. Red Raiders trying to make something happen here on this drive. And that bunch formation again. There's a toss. Taken by GG. Tries to get the stiff arm. He's blocked. Stopped at the backfield. Back down at the 40-yard line. Good play by the Panthers defense right there as DeMayo went on the stop.
DeMayo and Sanko coming up from the safety positions and getting the job done. Well done. You see here, look at the pursuit. Wilton forces him up inside. DeMayo with the first hit and Sanko coming up to finish him off. That's excellent defense by the Panthers.
Good job for the Panthers. They bring it back to 3rd down and about 11. 6 minutes to go here in the third quarter. All Panthers, 36-7. Now in the gun. Here's the snap, back to pass. He throws. It's up in the air, and it is brought down. What a catch right there as he came back for the ball. Heck of a play by Patrick Nobis. What a catch right there.
Yeah, Jackson Rucker just puts a ton of air under this one and lets his guy run underneath it, gets hit as he throws it. Really good job, and Nobis turns
right
around.
Back.
Yeah, it wasn't an easy catch. Even though there was a ton of air under it, he had to turn around the wrong way. Well done. And the Raiders, it might be 35-7, but never give up. You got to keep driving. They are doing exactly what they hope to do to start this half.
From the 37-yard line, Rucker back to pass. He's looking around, and he's sacked. He's brought down at the 40-yard line, and a big sack right there for the Panthers.
Shatters coming off the edge, beats his man, comes around the edge. The quarterback, Rucker, tries to step up, but Shatters does a great job of discipline, breaking down his speed. He doesn't go full speed into the quarterback. He's able to step up with Rucker and make the play. Excellent job by Shatters, number 10.
From the 40-yard line, it's 2nd down and 15. So 5-yard loss on the play. The big play got him into Pittsford territory. Now they give it to Gigi. Gigi finds a hole, breaks across the line. He gets it across the sticks, and he gets it out to about the 35-yard line. A gain of about 6 for Gigi's. 3rd down.
It's going to be tough here for Fairport to run the football at this point.
Yeah.
I think they've established a situation that Pittsford knows they're going to try and run it with Gigi between the tackles. You're almost better off, and I know it allows the pass rush to pin their ears back and really get after you, but I think you're almost better off to let Rucker make some throws. He's made some good throws after a slow start.
There's a snap on 3rd and 9, and the throw is low. He tried to come back for that one. It's incomplete.
Little underthrown, the right decision to try to get it out there to Cameron. Cameron unable to break it down and get back to the ball on that. Rucker, though, let's give credit. He read the defense properly, made the right read, just needed a little bit more on the throw, and that is not an easy throw to get it out there.
From the 35-yard line, here's the snap. They're going forward on 4th. Rucker moves around. He's pressured and he's sacked. He's brought down by the Panthers on 4th down. A big sack for Jackson Nixon. Nixon just gets in there and brings Rucker down. And he's out, and that Fairport turns it over on downs.
Yeah, look at Rucker just go through the block there. Excellent job by Jackson. He is a tough kid and gets through the block, makes a big play on 4th down, and now Pittsford has it again. And let's see again. Do they do what they did the first time they had it in this half? They run the ball, sprinkle in a couple throws here and there. I think this may be the last drive. If this ends in a touchdown, we might see some different numbers under center and at the wideout position going forward.
Here we go. From the gun again. Hands it off. This one goes to Kier Edwards. Edwards pits it across midfield. And he's brought down by Gigi.
Yeah, number 71, Gilbert Van Buren out in front leading that play off the left side. And again, you're starting to see people other than Nick Sanko carry the ball. But this is, again, positive yardage, 6 yards on 1st down. Any coach would take that.
There's a snap and whistles on the play. Looks like a offsides call against Fairport.
That'll result in the 1st down.
And it's going to bring him out to about the 46-yard line.
What I'm surprised at that was that they whistled the play dead. You would have thought they would have allowed them to play through that. Yeah.
Free play.
And here you're looking at the standings. We're obviously doing a AA game tonight, so let's talk about the AA standings. Big game tomorrow night. You can see it right here on Varsity Media. You're going to be calling the Aquinas-McQuaid game. It'll be at St. John Fisher. Pittsford, number 3, looking to stay there after this one. And after that, it's a matter of who can get hot.
There's a screen pass. That one's complete.
Good job by DeMeo to keep his balance there. It could have been even bigger yardage, but it was one of those plays where I think he was a little excited
yards,
about the green grass in front. Not real grass, but you know what I'm saying. Yeah. I would prefer it to be grass because, I'm an old guy and I like that sort of thing. And I want to see mud on the uniforms. And, it's football. It's some nastiness out there.
2nd down and 6. There's a snap. There's the throw. He's got his man, and he's pulled, and they're going to get an interference call there.
Yeah, tug of the jersey. Just as Jackson Green was about to accelerate through the play and maybe get a chance at the ball and maybe another touchdown. Robert Cameron, you'll see it at the end. He's good up until you'll see the jersey tug. Good throw by Caleb Lewis, throws it out in front where only his guy's going to make a play on it. I'm not sure that he could have got there, but I don't think it was without the realm of possibility that he could have got there.
Got to throw the flag on that one.
Absolutely.
So 15 yards.
You reach out and tug the jersey like that, they're going to get you every time.
Got to be.
Yeah.
1st down for the Panthers. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
I got to say, I like the fact that it's not a spot foul in high school football. I do not like such a tough call. You see it on Sundays where it's spot foul. I do not like that. Make it 15 yards.
There's a pass. It's thrown, and it misses Green high. So Green, he had Green there. He just threw it over his head, and Green jumped, but unable to pull it down.
Yeah, again, one-on-one coverage on the outside with Jackson Green. I love the shoulder pump that Caleb Lewis has in his arsenal. And little high, little hot. I'm sure Jackson Green's thinking to himself he should have had that one, and I'm sure Caleb Lewis is thinking, you just saw him there, patting himself on the chest, but I'm sure Caleb Lewis is thinking, I got to bring that down a little bit and let my guy make a play. But when you've got an athlete like Jacob Green, you got to force the ball to him, and that's, I think, what we're seeing a little bit of here.
2nd and 10 for the Panthers. They hand this one off. Looks like it went to Senko. So Senko in there again for the run. He's able to pick up about a yard on the play. It's 3rd down. And a timeout for the injury on the field for the officials.
Yeah, this looks like a cramp. If it's not a cramp, then my guy Samuel Higgins went to medical school before he completed his high school degree. So I think this is a cramp. Good job by the center, Samuel Higgins, getting in there to help his guy out. Senko, a little bit of a cramp. It is a warm night here in mid-October. It's nice. We won't complain about this, Sammy.
we had spring football before, right? So this is the 2nd season in a row that they had football. This feels like it could be a spring game for the middle of October.
Well, the interesting thing to me about the spring season was, did it help or hurt guys with their off-season programs?
Right,
and I don't think we'll know the answer to that until the end of the season.
Sure.
That's generally a time where guys are getting in the weight room and starting to work towards the season. So, spring football in colleges, it's a couple-week process of practice. This was a full-on brief season.
Right. They spread they play 6 or 7 games in they were playing almost 2 games a week at one point because they only had 5 days in between games.
I am very glad for the seniors who got a chance to have their senior season, though.
There's a snap and a throw to the outside. That one complete to Cooper Wilton. Yep.
Yeah, Cooper Wilton again. You talk about Senko, you talk about LaRocca, you talk about Jackson Green. Oh, yeah, what about Cooper Wilton? I think that's his 5th catch of the evening.
Their offensive players and their skilled positions are as good as anybody in Section 5AA.
Yeah, and you throw that offensive line along with it in the way they're playing tonight, you're not sorry, Pittsford people, I'm probably going to jinx you. You're not seeing the pre-snap penalties.
Right.
I don't believe we've seen a holding call all night. We had one on the outside on a wide receiver, but I don't think any of the offensive linemen have had a pre-snap penalty or a holding call.
4th and 1, they hand it off. It's Josiah Joyner on the carry, and Josiah Joyner picks up a Pittsford 1st down.
And this is the depth. Yeah. You have a 53-man roster, use it. And Josiah Joyner scored a touchdown earlier, short yardage back. He's got pretty good size. He's only in 10th grade, but how about this, Sammy? 5'9", 215.
I'll take that.
Yeah. Low center of gravity. Get lower than that and try and make a play.
Exactly.
Yeah, Josiah Joyner is going to be a big-time football player here at Pittsford.
Panthers taking their time to the line, the play clock down to 10, and the Panthers are content to continue to run this ball as they try to extend this lead, and we're getting an opportunity here. Here's Lewis back to throw. He rolls out. He throws it. He's got his man. He's down on the ground, and it's incomplete.
Tough throw from Caleb Lewis, running to his right, trying to throw back. He did have Jackson Green open at the back of the end zone, and I know what Caleb Lewis has got to be thinking. I got maybe the best athlete in Section 5, and I underthrow him. You got to throw it up and let the big man go make a play for you. Unfortunately, when you're running to your left and you're throwing back to your right, that is a very difficult throw for any quarterback to make.
Rolled right out for Green, and there's a flag on the play, and this one's going to come back anyway, so it wouldn't have been a touchdown anyways.
Who said something about
you did, remember? I think you said you were going to jinx him too.
Yeah, I think, well, at least I called the announcer's jinx on that one, you know.
That's a big penalty back. It looks like that they may have got him for a personal foul because that went back about 15 yards.
Yeah, it could have been a chop block or something in between the tackles.
So 2nd down and 25. Lewis to pass. He throws it towards the end zone. He had Green out there who was in double coverage and incomplete. So 3rd down.
If we can show this again, I want you to look at the pocket that Caleb Lewis had to. Look at the protection in front of him. He's got a blocker up front with nobody to block because the offensive line doing its job that well. That was outstanding work on that offensive line. Great job by Van Buren, Higgins, Nesmith. Look at that. It is just, that's picture perfect offensive line play. Well done, fellas.
There's his 3rd down. Is it 2nd down? No, 2nd down, 25. Here's a snap. Lewis to throw again. He's got a man again, and it's in the end zone and incomplete. Just missed him. Almost a touchdown for Pittsford.
DeMeo came down with that ball, wasn't able to keep his foot or get a foot down in bounds. That's a really good throw by Caleb Lewis and a heck of a catch in traffic.
He did catch that, didn't he?
Yeah, by Anthony DeMeo. You see here, goes up and gets it. Man, I would love to have a closer look at the footwork on the sideline. I'm not saying he was in. I just would like to see how close he came to getting in. That's a really good job. You look right there. Boy, that foot is, if it's on the line, there's a lot of green. There's a lot of green that foot is touching. We can't see the toes, but.
Here it is again. He's going to throw this one over the middle. He's got Green. Green, they pull a tug the jersey. Green fighting for the yardage, and he gets it out to about the 12-yard line. And he's able to pick up a significant portion of yards, but short of the 1st down, and looks like the Panthers are going to punt it.
You saw something.
Kick a field goal.
Yeah, you saw something else there with Jackson Green that we haven't talked much about tonight. He's strong as
Very
heck.
strong, yeah.
The fact that he's able to get away from a tackle like that, you know, we talk about the size, the speed, the athleticism. We don't give the strength enough credit sometimes.
Here's the field goal. It is up, and they almost got a hand on it, and it's through. So the Panthers able to get their 2nd field goal of the game, and they have extended the lead. It's 32-point lead now. It's 39-7. Pittsford with 1:04 to go in the 3rd.
Yeah, and that's one of those things too. You get points. The biggest part of that drive was the fact of how much time they took off the clock. You know, when you've got a 31-point lead like Pittsford does, 38-7, it is one of those games that you just want that clock to run, and they were able to continue to keep that clock running. So well done by the Panthers and a good finish. And, you know, we talked about the special teams maybe being the only spot that wasn't real good. Well, the last couple times they've had an opportunity.
And they've been able to tack it on.
Yep.
They've been able to tack on and get themselves set up.
Yeah. So very, very good job by the Panthers. And, you know, as we fast forward to sectionals, having a field goal kicker that you're confident in, and Pittsford certainly does, having the opportunity to get a guy late in the game. We saw it late at the end of the first half, where you have a chance to make a field. That could be a winning and losing proposition, especially in a tight playoff game. So
Panthers will kick it off from the 40-yard line. And this a little squib kick. It little bounces around and it rolls out to the 15-yard line as the Red Raiders will cover it up. As it's covered up at about the 17-yard line. So that's where Fairport takes over, 1st and 10 at the 17.
Yeah, a couple good games next week. Again, you're going to see McQuaid right here at Pittsford. That is going to be a heck of a football game. McQuaid, very high-powered offense, throw the ball all over the field, and you've seen what Pittsford can do offensively. And then the other game, Monroe at Fairport, these same Red Raiders looking to get back on. And Monroe, a very good team. They've had some nice wins early this year. See if they can continue on. So
Monroe much better than their record. They actually they had a lot of close games. Monroe.
Yeah, it seems like they just haven't been able to get over the hump.
Yep.
They've been there with a chance to win and make plays, just haven't been able to finish.
Gigi on the run on 1st down. He gets it across the 15-yard line. He's able to pick up a nice little gain on 1st down.
Yeah, nice gain for Gigi, and another nice play by Shatters on the outside, who, if not for him there, I know Sanko was coming in, but that was potentially a big, big play for the Red Raiders.
2nd down after a gain of about 5 yards on the play. 2nd down for Fairport. It's a snap. Again, they give it to Gigi again on the run, and again a nice little gain for Gigi. He almost broke it there, and it'll be 3rd down as Sanko in on the stop.
We've mentioned Nick Sanko's name a lot tonight. And, when you're doing a high school football game, these kids are going both ways and playing both ways like that. When you hear a name over and over and over again, they love it. But, man, they are doing such a great job. Kids like Wilton, Sanko, DeMayo playing both ways and getting the job done on both sides of the ball.
And that 1st down will take us to the end of the 3rd quarter as the Panthers tack on to the lead. Again, they put up another field goal, and they lead it 38-7 at the end of 3. We'll be back for the 4th quarter on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
As the season winds down, don't let the memories of an unusual season fade. Let Varsity Media relive the season filled with great plays, exhilaration, and joy with a highlight video. For the athletes going to college, Varsity Media's recruiting videos have been the engine that drives the application to the coach. Our history has shown a Varsity Media recruiting video has saved parents hundreds of thousands of dollars. For the athletes not yet ready for college, a Varsity Media highlight video will be remembered forever, and the highlights will be there for life. An end-of-season team highlight video will capture a successful season filled with hard work, unpredictability, a testament to the administration and athletes. Call Varsity Media today to start creating a video filled with highlights from a very unusual season. Highlights that will forever be watched. Contact us at 516-403-2050.
All right, welcome back to the 4th quarter. Sam Schreier, Carl Falk with you, and the Red Raiders have the ball here, and the throw is long, and it's incomplete. So after they picked up the 1st down, they go long on that one, and they've had some big plays there, but unable to complete that pass.
Boy, that's a really nice throw by Jackson Rucker. Look here, you see him fake the handoff. He's got time. Just throws it as far as he can, and Nobes tries to get it, bring it in. He runs underneath it, just unable to make that catch. Unfortunate, because there's an opportunity there for a big, big play. And, Fairport now looks like they're going to, not going to.
Looks like they're gonna content on running the ball as they hand it off to the big man Gigi. And he's not able to get many yards on the play there at all.
Yeah, good penetration on the play by James Cook, number 5, gets back there and makes Gigi cut back up inside. And well done by the defensive line and the Panthers.
The the fourth quarter, the Panthers with a 32-point lead. Panthers only had 2 punts so far. They've scored every other time they've had the ball. The Red Raiders put together a nice drive there in the second quarter to get those points. And to be honest with you, they've actually moved the ball decently besides about 3 or 4 drives. They've been able to move the ball by getting those big plays. There's a whistle on the play.
I'm thinking this is offside on the Panthers. Yes, it is.
Yep. And that'll be 5 more yards. So some other Panther players able to get in and get some time here at Ordway Field. And so a chance for them to get some other guys in.
Yeah, some new faces on that defensive line. You see number 22, Trey Wellman, number 45, Jalen Wims in there. Jalen Wims taking on 3 blockers on this play.
There's Rucker's throw. He's got a man, and it's complete. And another big play. So the Fairport Red Raiders able to pick up big chunk yards on their big plays as they completed to Robert Cameron across the 40-yard line.
Boy, that's another really nice throw by Jackson Rucker. He gets a good pocket. You see the triple team on Wims. Rucker throws it up, and it's a well-thrown ball. And for Cameron, he had a big drop we talked about earlier. Good for that young man to be out there and still competing and make that big play. Well done, young man.
I'll tell you what, the Red Raiders have been able to get some big plays to keep these drives moving. There's another pass completion close to the first down, and another one there for Fairport.
As this game's gone on, too, Rucker has been throwing the ball much better. That was a good throw, had a lot of zip on it. He's thrown some nice balls down field that haven't exactly come, his receivers haven't helped him out. I think if you're Red Raiders and you're looking at the fact that you've got a sophomore quarterback out there in a game that probably isn't winnable, but he's competing and making a lot of good throws. That wasn't one of his better ones, but I think you got to be pleased with what you're seeing as far as the development of Jackson Rucker.
I'll say I agree. That one goes incomplete over the head of Robert Cameron that time.
Yeah, Cameron needed about another 1.5 feet to be able to go up and get that one. But, again, we're talking about a young quarterback in a game where everyone knows he's got to throw the football. Everyone knows that they're behind and trying to make plays, and yet he's out there competing, and I think he's doing an excellent job. I really do.
It's 3rd down and 1 for Fairport at the 29-yard line. They give it off to Gigi, and Gigi's able to pick up a first down.
Yeah, good safe play, good smart play for the Red Raiders, and well done. Gigi finding a little seam off left tackle and getting up in there and getting just enough to get the first down. And the drive continues, and, this is building momentum for the Red Raiders.
From the 25-yard line, 1st down and 10 for Fairport. Here's the snap. Rucker to pass. He throws. He's got a man in the end zone. Touchdown! He caught Cameron on that one, and the Red Raiders have their 2nd score of the game.
Yeah, that's a heck of a play by Jackson Rucker. The pressure's coming. He's got a good fake. He's patient enough to let the play develop. Cameron runs by his man, and Rucker throws it out up in front of him, and Cameron just runs underneath it for the touchdown. Well done by the Red Raiders. And again, this isn't going to end probably well for Fairport, but they're still competing, and they're making plays, and they're working hard, and there's a development process. So I think if you're a coach, you've got to be pleased with that.
They've set up both of their touchdowns with big plays in big passing situations, and Rucker's able to complete both of them. So 14 points on the board. Here's the touchdown.
Yeah, look at Rucker here. He's under heavy pressure, knows he's got to get rid of it, still was patient with the fake handoff to Gigi. He knows where he's going with the football. It's predetermined. He's going to throw it up down the sideline and hope his guy Cameron can run under it. And Cameron's having a nice day. Cameron's going to have, if he doesn't have 100 yards, he's got to be close to 100 yards because he's had a couple big catches through this game. So nice job by the Red Raiders.
So here's the thing, it's like you say, it's about 9 minutes to go, and Pittsford with the big lead here. They're looking to next week. They're going to be taking on the McQuaid Knights next week, and it should be a heck of a game. right back here.
Yeah, that one is going to be a really good game. And I would think this place is going to be jumping. McQuaid travels well. They're going to be, and especially we'll see what happens tomorrow night. And again, you're going to have the call tomorrow night at St. John Fisher with McQuaid and Aquinas, but that's tomorrow night, and that's going to be a great game. And those two are both undefeated, long rivals. The two private schools are big-time rivals, and that one's going to be special. I envy you that you're going to get to see that game tomorrow night, because that one's going to be a lot of fun. And the way they play, both teams, I expect a shootout in that one. They both like putting the ball in the air. I expect a shootout. I
would say both ways. And that could be one of those games, Carl, where the team that has the ball last wins the game.
Sure.
In that situation.
Sure. And so think of McQuaid coming in here next week. Think of the mindset, all right, either they win and now they're looking to remain undefeated against a very good Pittsford team, or they just got beat by their rival and they're looking to get back on a horse against a very good Pittsford team.
Before the sectionals.
Exactly right. So I think that one I think next week's game is going to be a great one as well.
So 9:25, it's a touchback for Fairport as they touch it back, and Pittsford will get the ball at the 20-yard line, 1st and 10.
Yeah, if you're Pittsford, keep doing what you're doing. You're sprinkling guys in. You're still controlling the line of scrimmage. You've got your subs coming in a lot of places, but where you're not substitute, you're still seeing the big boys up front continue to go out there. You got Higgins at center, Nesmith at the left tackle. You got 71 Van Barren at the right tackle. So there's still a lot of continuity up front.
There's a snap. He throws a screen pass. It's across the 25-yard line, and a gain of about 6 yards on 1st down. So good play on 1st down for Pittsford.
Yeah, and that's LaRocca again, another weapon. In the last drive, it seemed to be Jackson Green time, and maybe this time it's LaRocca time. And maybe next time it'll be Cooper Wilton time. That's the luxury that Pittsford has right now.
So they gain about 7 yards on the play. 2nd down and 3 from the 26-yard line for the Panthers. With Fairport scoring, it's enabled Pittsford to keep some of their main guys in. And he looked like he was going to take a snap there, and looks like a blown play right there, and only able to get back to about the line of scrimmage.
You don't know what the play call was, but I'm guessing Kiara Edwards, number 8, who's a running back on that play. I'm thinking he went the wrong way. You look at Caleb Lewis here; he looks to turn to hand it off, and Kiara Edwards went to the other side. And, even on that play, Lewis has the wherewithal to get up, get what he can get, and now it's a very manageable 3rd and 3.
3rd and 3, under 8 minutes to go. This time he does give it to Edwards. Edwards fighting for the 1st down yardage. I think he got it. I think he did get across the 30-yard line, which is where they needed to go. And Edwards picks up the 1st down and moves the chains.
That was just Josiah Joyner who got the call there. And again, Josiah Joyner, I said earlier,
big boy too. They're all
5'9", 215, and you saw the burst up in between there. Gets enough, and that's another part of this Pittsford team, that they've got the mix of pieces. You've got Sanko, who can run between the tackles. You've got a big kid like Joyner, who short yardage back maybe. And you see the quicks of Joyner.
Yes, again, yep. He's able to get that across the 35, close to the 40-yard line, and a big chunk of yards on 1st down for Joyner.
Yeah, and a real good job finishing the run on that one for Joyner as well.
The Panthers just chewing up the clock here. We're approaching 7 minutes to go, 4th quarter. There's another one to Joyner. Joyner on the run again, and another 1st down as he just takes the pile with them, and that line just blocking away and creating holes for Joyner.
Josiah Joyner is not somebody that one man's going to tackle, and he gets a little bit of a seam by the offensive line. He gets up in there and really, really hard running there and dragging and pushing the pile back. Well done.
We're at the 44-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Panthers. And And the Panthers just contend on running this play clock down. It's going to be down to 10 seconds, under 10 when they snap this one. In fact, it may even get down to about 7. They give it to Joyner again, and Joyner gets it across to the 50. I think he lost the football. It looks like it's on the ground. The Red Raiders think they have it. Let's see what the officials say. And they do. Yeah. They do. So Joyner puts it on the ground, and the Red Raiders able to recover.
And here's where, the guidance counselor, Keith Malinich, is the football coach, Keith Malinich. Yeah. The same guy, 2 different roles, and I think it's one where the football coach wants to have a big word right now with his young running back, Kiar Edwards. The guidance counselor is probably going to leave that conversation till maybe after the game or maybe tomorrow at practice or at a meeting where, hey, look, I know it's 38-14. It doesn't matter what the score is. You do not put the ball on the ground, and we got to be able to trust you to hang on to it. So I'm sure that's going to be a teaching moment for Keith Malinich going forward.
The Red Raiders are going to take over in Pittsford territory. To throw, he's got a man complete again. Down the sidelines, another completed pass. This one to Nobes, and Patrick Nobes completes it, and a first down.
Yeah, another good throw by Jackson Rucker. Well done, and Nobes on the receiving end. He's played a nice game tonight, too. He's been in a lot of plays, and Pittsford, they're back making it interesting now. They get in the end zone here. This is a 3-score game. There's still plenty of time. Let's see what happens.
Here's the snap. Rucker looks. Rucker throws. Rucker completes it. Another completion again to Nobis. And again, a first down for Fairport.
Yeah, and Nobis, that's an excellent catch. That's hard. You're running the ball's a little bit behind you. Rucker throws it a little bit behind his receiver, but Nobis bails him out. Great body control and another first down. And, again, I don't know how – I have a good idea how this one's going to end, but I think the fact that Fairport is maybe finding something with their offensive game plan that they can build on going forward.
From the 20-yard line, Rucker takes the snap. He throws it, and it's over the head of his tight end. He completes.
Yeah, just a little bit high there by Rucker. He's done that a few times tonight where he's airmailed the throw. He's got a good arm, and again, we're talking about a kid who's only a sophomore. He's going to grow into this role.
Second down and 10 for Rucker. 5:55 to go in the fourth. Rucker changing the play. Steps
plenty
back
of time on the play clock still.
Up down to 10. Now he steps back. They have their play. Here it is. Here's a snap. Rucker back to throw. He throws it. He's got his man in the end zone. It's up there for grabs, and it's almost intercepted. It bounces off 2 hands and goes out of bounds, and it's incomplete.
Yeah, it looked like Cooper Wilton had a chance to bring that one in at the back of the end zone. I got to tell you, I'm liking Jackson Rucker changing the play here. He sees something he wants, and he steps back and steps into it, and he makes a good throw, but a good play by Cooper Wilton going up. Not only that, the inside position on that play. Excellent, excellent defense by Cooper Wilton. Another kid who's mentioned his name a number of times tonight.
Almost had a check with me there where he was able to change the play right at the line. Now they're going to hand it off and give it to Gigi and try to change up the pace a little bit, and Gigi not able to really do anything there, and it's going to bring up fourth down.
Yeah, so Benjamin Reefstick not fooled at all by that play. Number 59 gets up in there and brings Gigi down. So now it's going to be fourth down.
It's going to be fourth down and 10. Just outside the 20, and let's see what the Red Raiders can do to try to pick up this first down yardage and try to get it down to a 3-score game. Rucker in the gun. 2 receivers to each side. Rucker throws. He's got his man. It's up in the air, and it's off the hands of Cameron. And it's incomplete, and it'll be a turnover on downs for Fairport.
Yeah, another high throw from Rucker. He had the right play. He had Cameron. Cameron runs a good route, comes in between. The throw was on time. It was just a little bit high. Rutgers got to work on getting that down. We've seen him airmail a few tonight, and that's been his miss.
I'll tell you what, he has had those high throws, but he's really impressed me the way he's been able to still move the ball down, and when he's had these opportunities. I tell you what, when he gets his passes on track, he's really a dangerous quarterback.
Yeah, he is, and I think again the fact that he's only a sophomore, and he's got 2 more full years ahead of him.
There's a handoff there on first down. Gives it to Joyner.
Yeah, and I think this is where we see Pittsford look to, you know what, let's go out there. Let's put one more together. Let's get down the field, safe, smart, keep that clock running, but let's finish this off. They've done what they've had to in the second half, but they certainly didn't do what they did in the first half, so I'm sure they want to get a good drive to finish on. It is certainly something the coaches would love.
There's a snap again. McEvan gives it to Joyner again as Joyner takes it across the 25-yard line.
Now let's see how aggressive do you want to be? Do you want to keep the ball? Do you want to take a chance, throw it? I mean, you've got your quarterback Caleb Lewis playing so good. I think the trust is there. It's just a matter of do you want to play conservative, hand it off, see what Josiah Joyner can get in that big offensive line that you're looking at. They've all done such a good job up front, whether it's Higgins or 68 Ashton Thomas. They've been doing their job all night.
At the 27, there's a snap, and he rolls to the right, and he's upfield. Caleb Lewis across midfield. Caleb Lewis gets it across to the 41-yard line. Big gain for Caleb Lewis to get it into Fairport territory, and the Panthers will be able to milk this clock.
Yeah, and there's a flag at the end of that one. Caleb Lewis may have been a little exuberant after that play and didn't maybe like some of the tackling action. We'll say that confronted him, and I think you're going to get 15 yards on Caleb Lewis. And you know what? At this point of the game, the referees are going to be cognizant of the score and the potential frustration, and they're not going to let a whole lot go at this point. I think Caleb Lewis was upset a little bit that he felt he was being held on to right there by Kumaso, and I think he didn't like it and said some things, so we're going to have a penalty. But he got the first down, and Pittsford's going to keep the ball.
So Pittsford will have it, first down and 10 at the 44. So it was after the play, so first and 10 from the 44-yard line. But the clock is moving. We approach 3 minutes. And they get another big gain on first down for Josiah Joyner. He gets it across midfield.
Interesting there, Sammy, was that the quarterback was Trey Wallman, number 22. And I don't know if it was, let's have a little discussion about after that play, the penalty, or if it's, that's a heck of a play to end the night on. Let's sit down and let somebody else do it. So new quarterback in for Pittsburgh. Trey Wallman is the quarterback.
Wallman on the snap. He gives it to Joyner. Joyner guides a hole on the right side. Gets it across the 30. He's still on his feet. He tried to throw that stiff arm, and he's finally pushed out of bounds after he crosses the 30-yard line.
Yeah, hard running by Joyner. He gets a block by DeMeo out front, and, unfortunately for Fairport, Abadas Hamadula was the victim of that block and not in position to be able to make a tackle, and Joyner with a full head of steam. That was not a pleasant situation for the Red Raider defensive back.
So we're under 3 minutes now, and the ball's at the 28-yard line. It's first and 10 as the Panthers run the clock out. 10 to run this here. They give it to Joyner again through the middle. Joyner across the 20, across the 15, being dragged down, still on his feet. He's out to about the 10-yard line, and a first down for Pittsford.
What a job by the offensive line again. You've seen them all night, and they have just continued to get the job done. On the left side, you've got Gilbert Van Buren. You've got 68 Ashton Thomas. The center is 64 Samuel Higgins. 55 is the right guard Tyler Overy, and Evan Neesmith, big number 71 on the right side. The job they've done has been fantastic. And again, I talk about the offensive line, and what did I do?
They picked up a false start.
Yeah, I jinxed them.
Yes,
I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying to talk good about you. It's a compliment. It doesn't mean you have to make a mistake and make me look bad.
Carl, that's one of your good qualities right there.
That's easy to make me look bad. Yes, I understand that fully. I've been doing it myself for years now. It's a gift, Sammy. I got to be honest. Absolute gift.
From the 16-yard line, Panthers just trying to run things out here. They hand it off to Joyner. Joyner cuts to the right side, and actually it's Cameron.
No, Kiara Edwards had the ball there.
Right.
And Kiara Edwards,
yep.
What I like about that, he's the young man that fumbled earlier. So Keith Malinich, again, going back to him and giving him an opportunity. You know, you don't want him to think all week about the fumble. Let him think about the fact that he was able to hold on to the ball and make a positive play late in the game. And who knows, the way he's running and the way that offensive line is blocking, there might be a touchdown in his future.
Give it to Edwards again. Edwards gets it. Now he runs, cuts it back to the left side. He's got a little bit of room in front of him, and he's pushed out of bounds at about the 3-yard line.
Yeah, the clock continues to run.
The officials are running it. And the officials are running it.
Yeah, not sure why it's running, but hey, the officials are running the game, and wouldn't be surprised to see a couple kneel downs here. Victory formation for the Panthers.
Let's see, they're bringing out, and at 54 seconds with 3.
Just need one kneel down here, and the game likely will be over.
And they are setting it up in victory formation. No, they don't run a play.
No.
Let's see. There it is. There's the knee, and you called it. See, you called that one. You didn't jinx that one.
Yeah, I did not jinx that one. I got one right finally. It took all night, but I got one right.
So the Pittsford Panthers are going to pick up the victory tonight, and a win here at Pittsford Sutherland. The Panthers pick up a win over the Red Raiders, 38-14, and they look forward to their showdown next week, Carl, with McQuaid.
It's going to be a lot of fun. It's a game that you're going to either have an undefeated McQuaid team or a one-loss McQuaid team against a two-loss Pittsford team. And again, those two losses, to me, they don't count because they weren't the team they are now because of the talent they've got on the outside.
Final week of the regular season next week as the Panthers will close it out here at home. Hey, Carl, it's been an absolute pleasure today to do the game with you, and I've learned a lot watching this game, and like I said, absolute pleasure to be there.
Sam, it's always great to work with you, my friend. Thanks for being alongside and carrying me once again.
For our producer tonight, up here, producer extraordinaire, Joel Balfazer.
Oh, man.
Yes, done a great job with all the interviews and graphics and all the replays you've seen. For my producer, Joel Balfazer, Carl Falk, I'm Sam Schreier. You've been watching the Panthers defeat the Red Raiders 38-14. We'll talk to you down the road on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
Arjulo over the middle. He's got a man. It's complete. Ciolino. See you later.
Going long, wide open, Perazzi, he gets it, Perazzi, foot raise, 10, 5, make it, touchdown, punch, counter punch.
The trickery, Ryder gets it back, goes over the top for Haberman. What a catch!
Just Ross Simmons strips him, that's loose, and Ross Simmons is gonna take this the other direction, make it, touchdown, touchdown East.